What's the deal, people? It's your boy, the one and only, your host that do the most, Mr. Viiral Himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. Welcome back to another episode of the Viral Way Podcast. Make sure y'all share, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because the more interaction we get, the bigger the platform get. The bigger the platform get, the more exclusive content y'all gonna get. So make sure y'all tapping in out there. We got a real special episode for y'all tonight. As you can see, I had to switch up the attire, you feel me? Just when they thought they could box me in, I switched lanes on them again. We got a special guest in the house tonight. Yeah, this gonna be one of my favorite ones right here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself though. Y'all might be familiar with him if you're from the LA area. He been making noise this year. He done took LA by storm. Who we got here to my right?
Dr. Dapper, the one and only.
The one and only, Mr. Doctor Dapper. If you're not familiar with Dr. Dapper, owner, creator of the Outlet LA, the fastest growing black owned. Let me repeat, black owned. If you're from LA, you know how big that is because we don't have a lot of black owned events. So we got a black owned event. We focus on upscale, grown and sexy. Y'all make sure y'all get a bar of that. Hey, let me get a round of applause for Mr. Dapper.
We got the class. Come on, we
Come
got the audience.
Come on, man. Fuck with it. Yeah, if you've never been to his events, it's real grown, real sexy, real mature. You have no drama, no extra out shit like it usually is in LA. So I want to commend him on that because just even being able to get that done in LA in itself deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, it's fire.
That's all. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. You got a real big event coming up on New Year's. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
New Year's Eve is gonna be fun, man. Because I haven't really done any other events this month because I'm really focused on New Year's Eve. So I'm excited about it. And last year that was my first New Year's Eve event last year, but it almost got like canceled because of COVID. So this is my first year since that I've been able to do like events like the whole year. Because I just started the outlet like when I moved here. And I moved here 3 years ago. So I'm really excited to kind of like see how New Year's Eve is gonna go. And I guess I've just been figuring it out this month too, because it's the first cycle that I've had of like just doing events. Like I said, just the whole year. So it's a beautiful thing.
That's dope. That's dope. Is there anything different with the New Year's event as opposed to the regular events you have all year long?
I would say New Year's Eve, man, is like it's a compilation of every experience that we curate during the year. It's a Great Gatsby themed event, so we don't do Great Gatsby themed, of course, throughout the year. It consists of the live band, live music still, DJ, of course, the ball drop at the countdown at the time.
Mandatory.
Burlesque. Got a speakeasy experience. So yeah, it's really dope. It's a good experience. And everything I try to make sure that shit's just different. I don't like doing the same shit as other people. So what's gonna make my shit unique and stand out? So yeah, it's gonna be just everything that we do throughout the year just compiled into one event. So we can celebrate life and just, make it into another year.
That's dope. That's dope. So is this a themed event or is it just a, hey man, put that shit on and you feel me, come strut your stuff event?
Every event is a put that shit on event. So just like how you understood, like when I was like, we gonna interview Dr. Dapper, you put that shit on.
Come on, I had to put that shit on.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to, live a certain lifestyle and influence other people in a positive way. So that's why I even, designed my dress shoes, because I always wear dress shoes. And I wanted to create a shoe that would inspire my people to want to put that shit on, regardless of like, because the only time we usually dress up is like for like a wedding, a funeral, or to just go to church. It's like, yo, why don't we just dress up on the regular? And then when you dress up, people are like, yo, where you going? It's like, oh, you got something special? It's like, nah, I'm just living life. Like, this is just my aesthetic, my style, my vibe. So I love to create a space where people can always know, like, if you're going to this place, you got to put that shit on. Even if it's not a theme, just the weight that name carries. It's like, I can't show up to the outlet without putting on something nice. So, but it is themed though. Like I said, Great Gatsby themed. And I always try to theme stuff around like eras when black people were dressing up for no fucking reason. Just that's because,
fucking dope.
So like, during the Harlem Renaissance era, it was very much like we're dressing up. Like for no, even when you look back to like the protests and the marches and everything, people still had that shit on. So I'm like, I want to create spaces and environments where people feel like, damn, I can dress up. It gives me a reason to put on like actual clothes versus when I came to Hollywood or LA, I never really saw a place where it was like, you're influenced to put on a suit or a dress and not feel overdressed. So yeah, every event is you got to put that shit on, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I can appreciate that because I know when I was younger, I was used to rebel against dressing up. I hated it. As I grew older, I kind of understand the importance of it. Like you say, when you put it on, you just get a different feel, a different vibe. The world gives you a different level of respect when you put that shit on. So I can appreciate that. That's dope. And speaking of your shoes, when you start your shoe line?
So that's gonna go back to when I was in college. So I majored in fashion. I'm from Arkansas. Went to school, University of Arkansas. Shouts out to Razorbacks. And I grew up in church, so my mom would always keep me in a nice little suit, some like dress shoes, whatever. So I never really wore sneakers. And yeah, so I started it in college, and my mom helped me start it before she passed away. And after she passed, I graduated a few weeks after that, and I just went full time into it because I was like, that's the last thing my mom saw me doing. So, why not run with that? And I knew entrepreneurship was for me. And my junior year of college or sophomore year, I didn't know how to spell it. I didn't know what it was. So that goes to like what we grow up in and what we're taught, because you can't experience it unless you're exposed to it. So the earlier that our kids or our generation is not even our kids, our community is exposed to entrepreneurship and that being possible, the faster they can experience it. So I was exposed to it. They go to class. I was exposed to it like later on in life, but because I embraced it and I leaned into it, now I can expose somebody else to that at a much younger age. And then that starts to kind of like speed up the generational wealth and us tapping in entrepreneurship and ownership. So yeah, my mom sacrificed a lot to help me start the dress shoe company, and super grateful for that, because I wouldn't even have the outlet. I wouldn't be Dr. Dapper. I wouldn't be anything without her, sacrificing and putting those credit cards down. We didn't have no bread. She was just really doing whatever she could to make ends meet. And if I had an idea or a dream, she was my number one source of support and motivation. So I named that hill after her. And yeah, so the shoes started then, and I just ran with it. And I ain't never worked for anybody since I graduated college.
The shoe line is crazy. It's crazy.
I appreciate
I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna cap because he got them on now. Let him get a bar down. Let him get a bar down. The shoe line is crazy. It's different. The gold tip. These 100% designed by you, or did you have a team and y'all kind of came together on it?
Nah, I designed everything. Anything I do, man, it comes from my mental, and experiences in life, or something that I see in the world and I want to like shift or change it or provide something to the world. So yeah, I designed everything myself, sketched, and and then my factory in Brazil produced them.
Brazil, that's viral.
That's viral.
That's viral. I thought he was finna say Hong Kong or some shit. That's viral.
No,
sure.
Brazil, and the whole story behind that is like crazy too. Because the journey to like scaling something, or just even one thing that's really crazy, bro. None of this shit exists if we don't like give it energy. It starts with a thought. Like even this interview, it starts with a thought. And I feel like once people realize the power behind their thoughts and their imagination, they'll start to create so much more. Like this shoe, like this, it wouldn't be a physical shoe if I didn't think about it. Like I thought about this. This was once a thought. So there's so much power in realizing like that this champagne bottle, this laptop, your shirt, it was all like a thought. And then that person that thought about it was like, dang, I'm gonna make this like an actual tangible thing. So yeah, I designed everything, and it was just like thoughts and visions that I had in my head, and there's so much power behind like the thoughts that we do have and the imagination that we have.
That's real refreshing to hear, because I like to read a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and just like you say, everything started as a thought. I feel like in society we got to kind of get back to that, because we have an overload of entertainment and just bullshit that we just, people don't even give themselves 5 minutes to be bored. They grabbing the phone. They go take a shit. They grab the phone. So you don't even really have time to think. So it's like the fact that you took the time out, like you said, you know what, let me really think about this, and designed it and brought it to life is dope. So I'm going to commend you on that.
And one thing that I say, bro, it's like, give it.
She's going crazy with that applause.
She got them claps.
Sure.
Round of applause.
Hey.
Clap. No,
For sure.
but it's really crazy that somebody was praying for that shoe, somebody desired that shoe, and somebody needed that shoe. So I tell people all the time, like you're the answer to somebody's prayer, needs, and desires. And then when we lean into that even more, we understand that it's just not us creating this thought. It's like other people influencing us to have these thoughts. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to have certain thoughts because the same thing that I think, you're not thinking. So there's so much power in understanding that whatever's in your mental, you have to really create it and bring it to life because nobody can see what's in your head. Only you can see it. And most of the times you're thinking about something that a very, very, very small percentage of people are thinking about. I don't know a lot of black people that design shoes. I don't know a lot of black people that do upscale events. I don't know a lot of black people that have the vision that I have for my events company. So it's a beautiful thing when you tap into that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What is the official name of the shoe line? Does every shoe have a different name? Is it all under one umbrella? And
Yeah.
where can they find these? Because I'm for sure gonna get a pair of them for New Year's. Them is fire.
Well, now you gotta like just know me to get a pair because I've been heavily focused on the Outlet LA, my events company. So, but the name of the shoe company is LFLS Shoes. It stood for like father, like son when I first started it. So yeah, LFLS Shoes. You can follow it on Instagram still, and you can DM me if you want a pair. But I'm really focused on my events company, and that can go to like a whole topic of like people try to multitask or they're afraid of giving their all to one thing because it could fail or what could happen, what could go wrong. We focus so much on what can go wrong. Like, why not focus on what could go right? So I'm the type of person I'll bet on myself to the point of I'll focus on this one thing for the next 5 years, and I don't give a damn if I'm like at my lowest or at my highest. It's like I don't care. Like this is the thing that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm going to give it my all. And currently, that's the outlet. So that's why I literally stopped the shoes. I stopped coaching. I stopped doing anything, and I was like, I'm really gonna go all in on this events company because I have so many big visions and dreams and I'm imagining so many things. Like this is where I'm supposed to be giving my energy right now. And I don't divide my energy. I don't divide it up. If I can't offload the responsibility of something to somebody else to let them manage it, I'm probably not doing it. Because if I'm focused on one thing, I'm really, really focused.
Yeah, that's I agree with that because what's the point of being average at a lot of things when you can be great at one thing? It's like Bruce Lee said, don't fear the man who practiced 1,000 kicks one time. Fear the man who practiced one kick 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to perfect one thing than to just be regular run of the mill average at a lot. So
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I want to get a little more into your personal background because
Uh-oh.
yeah. You know, we ain't gonna get too deep, but I feel like the people need to connect with who you are as a person because even when I was doing my research on you, I didn't find much on you except for little snippets here and there. But as far as I didn't know if you was from LA or not. Like I didn't know you was a
that's out
transplant
there.
till you just, you know what
That's
I'm
out
saying?
there. That's out there. That's out there.
I'm like, hold on, where this nigga from? Because I ain't never seen this nigga before. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just me finding out your age just now kind of blew me because I'm like, damn, I'm
Yeah, a lot
thinking
of
we
people
was
don't know
from
my
the
age.
same era. Like
Yeah.
you a young cat doing all this.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know my age. I'm pretty transparent about my story because my story is what's really gotten me here. Because a big part of my story is my grandma died in 2010, my dad died in 2013, my mom died in 2016. So that inspires a lot of people. But I've also used that story to just keep me moving forward, but then also attach it to my businesses and really just being vocal about the things that I've been through, so I can just uplift and motivate other people. But yeah, I'm from Helena. I'm from Arkansas. I grew up, very poor, underrepresented area. And when I got out of Helena and I went to school in Fayetteville, back in Arkansas too, it didn't really like hit me that, oh, you made it out of the city to where a lot of people don't make it out of. It was when I like 3 years after college when I moved to LA, I was like, dang, I'm really, when you just sit and you just think like, damn, I'm really doing this shit. Like when you think about where you came from, rats and roaches and holes in the walls and shit like that. When you were a kid and you look at where you are now, it can like just what would I say, ground you and it just reminds you like, damn, and you're so much more grateful of what you have and what you've accomplished. So I think I do that a lot more now. But yeah, I'm from Helena, Arkansas. I'm a country kid, bro. And that shit ain't gonna never change either. Like I moved to LA, I've been here for 3 years. And people are like, oh, you're so like the Southern hospitality, you just hug. You're not from here. I'm like, nah, because this shit don't change me. I'm not here for the Hollywood shit, the glitz and the glam, and just to be like, oh, I'm better than you, and I'm this person, I'm that person. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's like, this is who I am as an individual, and money is only going to amplify that even more. Like money really shows you who somebody is, and the more that I get, the more humble I become, the more grateful I become, the more I want to give. So I think, when you live life from that standpoint, because I ain't never had shit. I ain't never had shit. So as I get more, I'm so much more grateful for it because I remember where I came from. I remember who I am. I'm very grounded. I'm very much centered in like who I am as a person. And LA can't change that shit. At all. Like nowhere
Don't
can
let
change
it,
that
man.
shit.
LA is a fucking whole nother animal. It's a whole nother beast. Because I done personally been to your events before, and I can see that Southern hospitality, it kind of bleeds into your events. Usually, you go to LA event, first of all, it's not catered for blacks. It's just like, you just damn near a prop. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, they not focusing nothing, no black nothing. They don't even really want niggas there to keep it 100. But even when you do get there, you can feel like you're not wanted from even trying to just get in, the security. And then when you do get in, like you said, it's this Hollywood shit. Everybody want to be this fake fucking celebrity. But when I come to your events, it's real refreshing. You don't get none of that.
Ain't no lines.
Man,
Ain't no lines, Nick. When I moved here, bro.
What?
The reason why I started the outlet, there are a few reasons why I started it, because I saw a void in the market for like a very upscale, elevated experience where you hear R&B, where you can meet beautiful people that have like substance, and you can dress up nice. Because I got tired of going out to see people just wearing jeans, hoes, and just sagging, and always fights and these long ass lines, and you get in and it's empty inside.
Fucking
I'm like,
lines.
what are we doing? Like, it annoys me. So I wanted to create a space where you could come. I want you to come in and have a good time. It doesn't benefit me that you're outside. It only benefits me when you're inside, where I can like connect with you and vibe with you. And we could be. I don't even do bottle service because like I want everybody to be on the same level. You could be standing next to a millionaire and you could work at Target. It don't matter. But you're in a space where you put that shit on. Y'all looking like, okay, this is dope. And you connect with a person genuinely because I want to connect with you, not because like, oh, he got that or he in the section. Can I get in your section? Like, it ain't none of that. It's like, yo, we on the same level. Whoever you meeting, it's like there's no judgment because they can't even tell that you are here and they're here. There's no separation. So I really wanted to create that space where it can be more elevated. We can see black people in a different light than you're twerking and you're ratchet and you're fighting and you're sagging and you're holding up the wall. If you come to my shit, you gotta dance.
Man, you better get out.
I'm walking around like, yo, what we doing? Like, hey, let's get it. And you don't really get that. So people appreciate, the way I host, the way I embrace people, the way I hug people, people just want to be seen, heard, and felt. And it's like, if you come to the outlet, you're gonna be seen, you're gonna be heard, you're gonna be felt, you're gonna be treated right, and you're gonna be complimented for sure. Because it's a lot of beautiful women that come to the outlet.
Listen,
so man, you be quiet. You be careful. Where she at? All right.
Listen, I done been to the events, fellas. They in there.
Heavy.
They in there and they got that shit on.
Heavy.
So if you come, you better put that shit on because I'm telling you, they in there.
A lot of Amex cards. A lot of disposable income. Ain't nobody broke trying to get in for free.
Come on.
Man. Ain't none of that.
I love that you don't do the sections and the bottle service and everybody is kind of grounded on the same level because I feel like that deters a lot of people, especially unfortunate people, because a lot of our people just so happen to come from unfortunate circumstances. And you get reminded of that when you come to these Hollywood clubs. If you ain't got it, they want $6,000 for a section. They want $500 for a $25 bottle. And it's like, damn, I just came to have a good time. Exactly. It's like, goddamn, you just reminded me how broke I am in this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? You come to your event, like you said, you might be standing next to a millionaire and don't even fucking know it. Everybody here just enjoying life.
Genuinely.
So I want to commend you on that. And it's crazy that you host these events, but I notice you be more turned than the motherfuckers there.
If I ain't having fun with it, I'm done with it. At the end of the day. And I feel like that's anything in anybody's business, anybody's career, anybody's lane. If you're not having fun with it, you need to be done with it. Hang it up, So as much as it's for other people, it's very much so for me. And that can goes to, back the fact that if you have something that you desire and you want that you're not seeing being provided in the market for yourself, there's probably thousands of other people that are looking for that exact same thing, which goes back to you're the answer to somebody's prayer, need, and desires. LA needed that. LA desired that. LA prayed for that. So it's like, for me to be the person that bared that gift to a city, and it's so fresh, and there's so much growth, and I have such a big vision for it, it's like, it's so much responsibility comes with it. But it's like, my shoulders are strong enough for that. and I was chosen to curate that, and that vision was put in my head, and now other people gonna bite off of it and be like, oh, we doing upscale, we doing the growing sex, or this is that, and it's just like, all right, cool, but you're never gonna outwork me, you're never gonna outlast me, you're never gonna out dream and imagine me, because the next move is gonna be bigger than any move any nigga would be, just bold enough to make. Like the things that I think about, that's why I'm not a promoter. People say, "Oh, you promoter." I'm like, nah, don't even disrespect me like that. I'm not a promoter. Like from front end to the back end, from the trash to the budgets to the negotiation to finding the staff to the DJ to the chef to anything, negotiating a deal with the venue, all of it. Like I'm cutting the checks. Like I'm not at the door. Like, all right, you can come in. Like, all right, cool. Pull up on me. Get a section if you hit me for the sec. I'm not like that. It's like I'm real deal. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. So the vision that I have for the outlet, if you're a part of the Outlet LA family, you're gonna start to see that vision unfold, which we'll talk about a little bit. But yeah, I'm definitely not a promoter, and I don't, because promoters, I see it as so many Black people attract and bring our people to these establishments, but none of us are like owning these establishments. None of us are owning the hotels. None of us are owning the lounges. None of us are owning the bars and the speakeasies. So it's like, what's your bigger picture? And most of the times, if you don't have a bigger picture, an event is going to stop. And you'll start to see a lot of people that curated events or promoted events start to just like dwindle away. And the reason is because there's not a bigger picture beyond that. So I'm not the person that's going to be at the club excited about being the doorkeeper. I'm not excited about that. So therefore, my vision is a lot bigger than your typical LA promoter that gets an ego stroke from being the person that can get you into an event or get you a section. That don't do nothing to me.
Talk about it.
That don't do nothing for me.
Talk about it. Now, with the loss of your parents and your grandparents, condolences first of all.
Appreciate it.
Taking those magnitude of losses back to back to back like that would break most people.
Mm-hmm.
Just losing one parent is enough to break a person, but to lose both while still in college, still trying to figure life out, and to come out of that successful, I commend you on that. And was that the motivating force for you to move to LA? Because being in Arkansas is kind of like, well, what the fuck you doing in LA? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did that motivate you to start this whole movement? Like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna take this leap of faith. It is what it is. I'm finna make my parents proud. Like,
yeah, I'm big on family, and to lose my like immediate family so early, because I was my mom's only child, but I have 18 brothers and sisters, and I don't think a lot of people know like that part of it. People don't know that. People don't know that.
That's wild.
I have 18 brothers and sisters. My dad and his wife had 15. I was my mom's only child, and then before my dad passed, he had 2 baby sisters by another lady. So it's
Pops
18 of
was
us.
a Rolling Stone.
So no, not really rolling. Him and his wife had 15.
Damn.
You ain't rolling too far to have. You ain't rolling too far. You rolling over it, and then like, and like, all right, cool, we got another one like that. He was a rolling over stone. Like, just, all right, you ready for another one? But yeah, so that's why I wear 2 condoms. But
shout out to the vasectomy gang. We ain't playing no games.
Dumb, you're dumb.
Snip, no games.
I ain't got no kids yet, so I can't snip none yet. But I'm big on family because of the fact of, losing my immediate family, but then also having a big family of brothers and sisters that I don't see much. So yeah, what I posted not too long ago, I became that nigga for my kids whenever I do have those kids. So, I knew, seeing my mom struggle to barely make ends meet, working 2 or 3 jobs, I was like, there's more to life than this. So I was always motivated to go, and I was always different. So, and I think if I had to tell my younger self anything, because if we go back, we all probably have those cool people that we looked up to, like, oh, I want to be like them, or I wish I was cool like them. And now it's like, these motherfuckers look up to you. So it's like, embrace what makes you different. Even back in the day when you were a kid and you feel like, damn, I'm just so different. I stand out. I'm like, I don't fit in. And it's like, you weren't created to fit in. You cut from a different cloth. So I feel like the sooner you embrace what makes you different, the sooner you'll see an immense amount of success. And that's what really helped me a lot when I just leaned into what makes me different, my style, and I just made that shit cool. And then when I graduated, I'm like, I really want to go for everything, because the world and society will make you feel like there's a lack of everything. There's a lack of water. There's a lack of funds. There's a lack of this. There's a lack of education. It's bullshit. Abundance. I mean, like there's an abundance of everything in the world.
Mindset for sure.
So it goes to mindset. My mindset, my perspective, the way I live, the way I move, the way I think has really allowed me to just thrive so much. And everybody's not like that. But the deaths definitely, keep me going, keep me motivated. And that also shows you that life is so short. It's like you don't even know when you're gonna pass away. So I want to make sure when I'm dead and done, that what I did outlives me. Because when I die, I want to still be alive. So that might be how I impacted somebody's life. It might be a perspective that I left on the earth. It might be a business that I left for whoever's coming after me. So I really want to. I encourage people to like hustle for their last name and not their first name, and that's where shit really comes into play. If we ain't building wealth, what the fuck we doing? So I elevated beyond just the bare minimum like mindset that society will make you like just the box that they put you in. We
Exactly.
can't box you in. You fly as
Come
hell.
on, what?
He can do both. He can do this. He
Come
can do
on,
that.
what?
So once you think the only way to get outside of that box they box you into is to think outside of it. So that's what I did, and I always done that. And the deaths, of course, like play a part in that. So yeah, I'm about that life.
That's cool that you at your age have that mindset.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my favorite quotes is why try to fit in when you can stand out? So like you
Mhm.
say, why you always felt different, always knew I was different, but you had the courage to go out there and prove it, actually put action to it. Because like they say, the greatest inventions is in the graveyard. There's a lot of people go through their whole life, they have these great ideas, these great world changing ideas, but they don't have the courage or the heart to
Mhm.
act on it. They die with those dreams. So to see you out here living your dream is dope and it's motivation, especially coming from a young black man.
Bro, people, and I'll say environment plays a big part in that. So if we
Huge.
think about plants, sometimes if you plant a plant in the wrong environment, it can't grow, it can't thrive. So we're plants, we plant all these seeds, we plant them in the wrong environment. You need to start shift your environment, change your circles, change your surroundings, and when you hit a dark point, don't think like, damn, my lord, just think I've been planted. Now water yourself. It's time to grow. But make sure you're in the right environment around the right people. When you do plant yourself and when you do prepare for that growth. And I feel like environment has been something for me where I feel like if I'm too comfortable, and when you outgrew something, when shit is just redundant.
That's a fact.
When it's just like, yeah, this ain't even
I
it,
can't
bro.
even be around this shit no
And
more.
you're not a tree. You're not rooted. You can get the fuck up and move. And that's what I did. And if you don't have anything like kids, wife, and I ain't even have mom and dad. So it's like I don't have anything holding me back from taking these leaps of faith. So why not just take them? Like, why not? And that's the question I feel like a lot of people should ask themselves. Like, why not? Yeah, why the fuck not?
Like, I don't think people realize, like, when you say you only live once, it sounds so cliche, but it's real. It's like tomorrow's not promised. Like, you literally only live once. There ain't no reset button. Ain't no, oh, damn, I fucked up. Let me rewind. Like, when it's over. So you got to take advantage of the time now. It's like it's important to live in the now. Because I feel like a lot of people, they stuck living in the past, regretting shit they did, or they living in the future looking forward to things to come that may never come. It's like you got to take advantage now because that's the only time you got is the present. So
Now is all we'll
I
ever
love your
have, bro.
mindset for sure.
I listen, watch it, look, reading The Power of Now, and then also
The Power
reading,
of Now,
reading
fact.
reading this new book that I'm reading too. I don't read a lot, but when I do find a book or get a recommendation, I tap into it. And what you're speaking on is like very, very, very important. With like just embracing it now, because the future, whenever you get there, what is it gonna be? It's gonna be now.
It's gonna be
The
now.
past, what was it in that moment when you actually experienced it? It was now. So you can literally only experience the present moment. So
Exactly.
spending your time thinking about the past and the future, you really never get to create the future because you're not being present and being conscious about what you're thinking about right now. And thoughts are so important, bro. And imagination so important. That is really, really, really important. I literally had something happen last night where my thoughts are starting to manifest so fast, bro. It's really like it can be scary. Like your thoughts start to, so it's like really be conscious in 2023 and beyond about what you're thinking about, because it's so powerful, man. So powerful.
It's like the
Thoughts
law.
become
It's like
reality.
it's like the law of attraction.
Mhm.
You can literally manifest what you're thinking. It sounds crazy when you say it, but once you really step back and tap into that, like you say, like, damn, I really was thinking this, and it became a reality.
It's
I don't
reality.
think people know the power of your thoughts. Like you say, literally everything started as a fucking thought. Just somebody just thought of it and brought it to life.
Yep.
So that's dope. But what I want to ask is, with LA's background, this being the home of the gangbang, this Literally, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think LA, they think of Boys in the Hood, they think of fucking Minister Society.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what they think of, or Hollywood glitz and glamour. What made you go the upscale route as opposed to the stereotypical, you know what, let me come out here and start some turn up shit, some ratchet shit, because I know LA gonna fuck with it. That's the vibe. You kind of like took a big risk, like, man, I'm finna start some upscale shit.
I mean, the quick buck ain't the best buck, you know. And also, the quicker you get it, the quicker you can lose it. And then also, if something's saturated, you know, like, why not go the opposite? Anytime somebody's going one way, I typically go the other way. I'm always going against the grain on what society is telling me to do. Like, anything you can think of, I'm probably going against it. Like, yeah, like, what about this though? Like, how have you thought about it this way? So, and then also going back to lifestyle. Every brand that I've started, every business I've started, which allows it to be long-term, have longevity, is because of my lifestyle. If you're not starting stuff based off your lifestyle and your morals and the way you move and the way you think, you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, literally off top. Like, you starting the viral way, it's like, this has to do with his lifestyle. This nigga can be very organic, very genuine, very just like authentic off top. Like, I don't have to pretend to be somebody else. So I start businesses that just make sense. It's like, this makes sense for the shit that I like to do.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So that's why I came to LA and I started doing events that just resonate with me. I don't like to go out and be worried for my life. Fuck that.
Welcome to LA.
I don't want to go out and be worried for my life. I want to go out and meet a person that's very authentic, very genuine, and be in a space where I can dance, hear soulful music, live music, singing, R&B, and that's just who I am as a person. So it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Like, that's the reason why I started it. Outside of me going against the grain on what people typically do. And anybody that has like a successful business, like the scaling currently, or that's like a top business in whatever, like they probably did something that people were like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Or, that's probably good. You think so? Like, you have to be that person that's just like, all right, I'm gonna just take the road less traveled, and we're gonna see how it turn out. And the only reason that it won't work is if you give up on it and if you stop being consistent with it. That's the reason why everything I've done has worked, because I always work. I never stop. Like, anything that I do, bro, if I can be successful doing anything I touch, it's gonna turn to gold. Anything. It don't matter what the fuck it is. Tea, glasses, suits, shoes, events. I don't give a fuck. Anything I touch is guaranteed to succeed, because you will not outwork me, outthink me, out-finesse me, out-negotiate me. You won't. It's just impossible. So, you know, if you wanna try, you can try. But this is me telling you, like, warning you, like, hey, short. You know, like, you probably gonna like set yourself up for failure fucking with me. Don't fuck with him.
That's how I felt about the podcast. Like, the podcast game is super oversaturated. Everybody and their mama want to start a podcast, but I just feel we so much more raw, authentic, and you can just feel the mindset bleeding through the screen with the content. So that's why I kind of took the leap of faith with that, because I kind of was bullshitting with it too. So we kind of on different paths, different lanes, but similar mindset. The mindset's the same. Abundant mindset. I don't give a fuck what it is. I feel like I'm gonna succeed in it. So that's dope to see you that young with that mindset, because a lot of people, they got to go through a lot of trial and error, and they don't reach that mindset until it's too late. So the fact that you hitting it right in your prime is that's dope.
I'm in my fucking prime. And you know another personal thing is like talking about the relationship side of that, or just friendships, dating, whatever. I don't meet a lot of women that are my age that think that way. So and then also homies, like, that are guys. I'm like, most of my homies are older than me. Most of the women I rock with are older than me. And that's because of the way I think and I move. People always think I'm like 33, 31. People always think that, but I'm 27. So it's like, it just makes sense for me to like rock with people that are older. So yeah, that's another thing that people always think I'm older, bro.
It might be the bald head, bro.
The and the beard,
be giving
and the
away,
suits, and the this and the that. Like, but
sure,
some people, yeah, everybody thinks I'm 30 something. Like, that's whatever. I love it. I'm gonna look like this for the rest of my life.
Speaking of women, what's the? I know the groupies going crazy right now.
I don't
look.
Groupies? What do you mean?
What groupies? Look, I know you getting the you getting super attention from the ladies at these events.
They can pour more champagne.
Oh yeah, you can pour more champagne for sure. Yeah, take a shot.
Take a shot. A shot of champagne.
Take a shot of champagne is crazy.
My brother's going.
But
He was
now,
trying to-
how is that transition? Because I know the attention obviously had to go up tenfold with the success of the events, especially coming from Arkansas to LA. It's like, all right, bro, I ain't really nobody out here, and then to make your
that's
mark
cap.
out here,
That's cap.
you know, what
I was
I'm
that
saying?
nigga when I stepped in
Yeah,
LA.
my mindset.
People knew me for the shoes though, for sure.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what's up.
And my mentor when I first moved out here was very well known. So yeah, people knew me because of the shoes. They're like, oh, you got the shoes, right? But nobody knew me for events. And the events is what allow even more people to know me. And of course, because I do it full time, that's the only thing I focus on right now. People know me for the events and sometimes the shoes together. But when it comes to groupies and stuff, I love women, bro. I really, really, really love women. You know, outside of just trying to be on some like, oh, I'm trying to sleep with this person, trying to sleep with that person. It ain't even like it's just like I love to I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho, but I love to support women. I love to pour into women. I love beautiful women. I love people that are like that are locked in with the right mindset. And yeah, I don't groupies. Women love me. Women appreciate me. And I'm grateful for that because not having like a mother there, you know, we all men need nurturing from somewhere, and women naturally provide the best nurturing for men. Just like not even thinking about all the other like gender, this and what you think you are, who you rock with. Just women offer a level of nurturing that you know nobody else can provide for a man. So I'm grateful that a large audience of women rock with the outlet because
I like how you did that.
a large audience of women fuck with the outlet heavy. I had some women tell me like I drove all the way up here just to see you dance. Like you better dance. So I'm like, it's beautiful to just be a positive influence or just a positive draw for people. Like you're not coming to see somebody fight, somebody act the ass. You're coming to see somebody like have a really good time and just feel that energy. And they can feel it through the screen. Same thing you said about your podcast. People can feel energy through the screen. And that's why content is so important. And but yeah, groupies, I don't know, bro. I'm just like
I don't want to. Okay, let me rephrase.
I don't know about the groupies.
I don't want to call them. I don't want to call them groupies. I'll just say your female acquaintances.
The supporters. They support heavy, man.
Sure.
So I'm so grateful for women. I wouldn't be where I'm at without women because my mom allowed me to like. She was like I said, my number one source of support and motivation. So women will always hold a very, 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 very special place in my heart. And I don't care how mad motherfuckers get about like, oh, there's so many women. Like, what a men at? Blah, blah, blah.
Who the fuck is saying that?
A lot of women.
Who the fuck is saying that?
A lot of women say that, but then they still come out and have their girls' night and they having a good time. And then more men are starting to come now because I've literally targeted men. Like, hey, guys, like, where y'all at? Come out. They want y'all. I don't want to be the only person that has all these women. I'm trying to share the abundance.
I don't know about that one.
But it's a beautiful thing, man.
Sure.
I love them. I love them so much.
That's what's up, man. I like that. I like the live performances that you have. That's pretty dope. Was that always a thing, or did you just recently implement that, or was that always a part of the plan?
There's always been some component of like live music in the event, or just live anything. So when I first started, before I was charging for events, I just started doing networking events. And during the networking events, I would have like a singer or a sax player or somebody just come and perform for like a couple songs. And then that was the performance part of it. So I was just figuring out what the events would look like, what the components would look like, and how it would even work out. And you've only experienced one of my experiences. I have like 4 or 5 different events that I do. And most of the times they all, I mean, I guess include like live singing or music from a band or a sax player or a violinist, whatever it might be. So yeah, I just like that component. I love music. I played the drums when I was in church, and I still play the drums a little bit here and there. So I have a really good ear for music, and I love a good singer. I love a good sax player, and yeah, I just love music, good music, bro. I love good music, and I feel like other people love good music. And I had a drum line come out one night. It's like, where you going on a Friday or Saturday night to a club, lounge, wherever the fuck, rooftop, and seeing a live drum line come out? It's like, I just do shit that people just really wouldn't expect, like actual experiences. Like, I just experienced that right now. Not just, oh, come out, dance, just music from the DJ. It's like, I really want to curate memorable experiences because people remember how you made them feel. And I want you to remember that, damn, he provided something that I had never experienced before in LA at an event like this.
Yeah, you're not gonna really see no drum lines in LA. More down south for sure, but
Yeah.
LA niggas ain't playing no drums. Niggas playing different type of drums.
Yeah.
In LA. Niggas
Load it up. Wind it up.
That's neither here nor there. How do y'all go about choosing the musicians? Are you scouting them? Can people request to play at the events and audition? Like, how does that? If people like, man, I play this, hey, bro, I want to play at your next event. How do they?
Yeah. People can definitely hit me up, bro. I love being the person that's created a platform that can benefit and help other people. So I love breaking off bread to people. I love making money with people. I love providing a platform for people. So if anybody's don't come with no bullshit though. If you know you're not that good,
Yeah.
just hold on to your message. But if you cold on the sax, if you cold on the guitar, if you got a dope band, if you got a dope voice, just reach out. But most of the times I'm sourcing a lot of people myself. And like B. Thompson is my favorite sax player. Like hands down. He's amazing. He has a sound that's like so, when you hear it, you're like, that's B. Thompson. So I'm grateful that I met him, and we've done concerts together. I curate a concert quarterly in partnership with him. And other than that, he plays at the Nightcap Jazz and R&B Evening. He has his sets there. And then also there's Stags. I have another sax player named C. Stags. He's amazing on the sax. And then I have a couple bands that I bring out too. But if anybody can play and they can really put that shit on, like, you know, hey, we got a spot for you.
LA, you heard him. If you play that shit and really play that shit. Not know you
Really
started
play
a week ago. Nah, if you really play that shit, tap in, hit the man in the DM. He letting you know. You could come put on.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I see y'all got like a membership where you can subscribe and be a member of the events. What's the perks of that compared to just buying individual tickets?
Yeah, I started doing a membership, then I backed away. And the reason why I backed away from it is because when I do something, I like it to be done right. And I like to provide quality that, like, or just something that makes sense with the price point or whatever it might be. I want it to be all really set. So the membership is there, but I don't even like take members no more. I don't even like do it anymore. I'm gonna do it eventually. Because my vision with it, I won't share the whole vision with it because somebody might, just, I don't care. If you can take and try it, you can try it. I don't give a fuck whatever you want to do. But like, so for example, when I open up a lounge and open up a hotel, any Black Card outlet members, they have perks, discounts, and access to certain things at the lounge, at the hotel, for the car rental component of it, for the concierge component of it. They'll have access to perks. There'll be specific Black Card member only events. Like if I do a yacht event just for Black Card members, it's like your monthly membership payment has covered you to come to this special Black Card member event. So it goes to talk about what you were talking about earlier about points and rewards, and just it'll be that type of setup. And even on regular events, you might get access to like one event free per month, or and a free glass of champagne or a free bottle of champagne, whatever it might be. It's
champagne
it's
for
just
the pain.
Champagne problems. We got champagne problems
for the
now.
pain, baby.
So that's what the Black Card membership is going to evolve into. But currently, I don't really even like push it anymore, just because I just want to build a brand and have enough value there to be like, this is, and it's something set in stone where it makes sense for me to push it and offer it to people.
That's dope. That's dope. I was looking at your IG. I see you got Erykah Badu following you.
You're done.
Bro, hold on. Y'all don't hear me. Erykah Badu follow this nigga. Now, every nigga watching right now want to know how that came about, because she was every young nigga fantasy, boy. What? That's Erykah. Funny. She got voodoo. Man, listen, I'm a chill.
She's selling her pussy, right? Wasn't she selling her like incense to smell like a pussy?
Oh, damn. She was selling the pheromones.
That's crazy.
She was selling the pheromones, and niggas was buying.
And that burning them. Buying them and burning them.
Erykah, you wild for that.
Yeah, she is.
And how that thing smell, though?
But anyways, I'm trying to see what that be like.
I ain't buying no incense. Hey, incense with pheromones is crazy. But that shit is wild.
That comes to the point of storytelling. And she followed me because of my dress shoe company, because I was going viral a lot because of my story and the dress shoes. And she just found my page because of that and just tapped in. And just been following. There's a lot of different people I know because of my dress shoe company. Now there are a lot of new people that I know because of my my events company. But I don't even really care, bro, if it's celebrity or not. Like, unless we connected on a genuine level, you know, a follow is cool, but it's like, can I like really connect with you on a different level? So the celebrity stuff really doesn't, you know, I guess do it for me like it does for a lot of people.
Right.
Because I don't really care about that. You just like you just a human, and a lot more people know about you than they know about me. But if we're not connected on a different level, then you know, because I've had celebrities sing at the events and play at the events and stuff
That
like
was
that.
gonna be my question. Are you going to have more celebrity guests
Mm-hmm.
performing?
Yeah. Shouts out to Duran. Duran pulled up with my homie Marcus, and that when I posted that video on TikTok, it went viral. That was the first video I ever posted on TikTok. But Duran sings so good, bro. Like it's crazy. And I've had a few other people come out, but other than that, we're looking into getting some headline artists, R&B artists for our concerts next year. So, you know, I encourage people to build a brand not based off celebrities, influencers, and beautiful women. Build a brand based off just like when you hear that brand name, I have to be there. I don't give a fuck who's gonna be there. I gotta be there. So when you hear the outlet, there's no attachment of this celebrity or this host or Dre is gonna be there or you know this Tank's gonna be there. It's like you gotta because if that's not there, then you can't draw shit.
That's a bar.
If
That's a bar. You supposed to sound off on that. The fucking sound lady sleeping back there. That was a bar.
If that's not there, you can't draw shit. So it's like I really, you know, strive for the outlet to be something that it's an experience that no matter who's playing, no matter who's showing up, no matter who's singing, who's there, I know that they produce a good time, and I have to be there just because it's the outlet. When you hear Polo Classic, when you hear Voo Polo Classic, when you hear Kentucky Derby, you don't give a fuck who's gonna be there. You're like, I have to go to that experience. When you hear Essence Fest, I have to be there. I don't care who they got the lineup is. I have to be at Essence Fest. So if you're not building a brand that carries that much weight as the brand by itself, you're not really. It's just like, yo, you could. Then your success is still dependent on somebody else. My success is dependent on when I can make this fucking Eventbrite live and tell y'all we got an event going on. No matter who's there, no matter what experience it is, like the weight comes from the outlet LA. Not
the viral
else.
way. That's viral for sure. Shout out to Duran and shout out to Erykah Badu and them fucking them pheromones. Hey Erica, send us some of that incense, man. We need a bar.
We need that.
We gonna burn that motherfucker in here, man. The viral way.
We're gonna burn them at the event. We're gonna burn them at the event. Walk in like, man, wait a minute, that smells familiar.
That's a super fact. So have you thought of expanding from the shoe line to like an upscale clothing line to where niggas can come get suits, bow tie, ties, maybe top, I always see you with the top hats, the dope hats.
Yeah.
You ever thought about expanding into that lane? Fucking shit. I mean, the sky is the limit, really, for real. You glasses, I mean.
Yeah, the sky ain't even the limit. Break beyond that. But when it comes to, we can only handle so much, And if I'm currently focused on the outlet, and when I get back into the shoes, I'll just be focused on the shoes. But if an opportunity comes where it makes sense, then I'll do it. But if something doesn't pop up where it makes sense, then it's like, there's so many things that we could do, but just because you can do it don't mean you should do it.
Sure.
So I'm really big on allowing people to do what they do best. If I do shoes best, why not just do shoes and focus on that? I think a lot of people fuck up their businesses and their scalability when they introduce too much, too early or too soon. And I think if I meet somebody that does suits really good, I'm gonna just support you and fuck with you. I'm not trying to figure out, because you're 10,000 working hours in already. I'm just 5 hours in. Why not just be like, yo, this brother is already on his shit. He already got to figure it out. Let me not steal his shit. Let me not take his shit. Let me uplift him and push him forward. So I feel like if we did that more versus trying to monopolize everything, then it's like, all right, cool. We can see a lot more growth within our community in general, which can go into a whole different topic where I speak on stuff that's very controversial with people about even Black Lives Matter. I don't feel like I did shit.
It didn't do a fucking thing. All they did was get rich and go buy a bunch of mansions and shit. They ain't do nothing for us.
It's a lot of shit that I really, and even when we go outside of our community to point at other people and be like, oh, we know we need reparations, or the white man did this, or they doing this, or the system did this. I'm like, are we looking at what we're doing to ourselves internally? Because I feel like most of our problems come from shit that's internal, and nobody really wants to talk about that. We want to talk about what somebody else is doing to us, but what versus us actually talking about the real problem of what we're doing to ourselves and how we're holding ourselves back. So yeah, when it comes to suits and stuff, I know a lot of brothers that do great in suits, and it's just not for me right now. If I was an ambassador, cool, whatever, but I'm not about to go do the work that they already done. It's like, yeah, you did the work. I'm gonna just support you.
That's what's up. So with your few videos, like you said, that then went viral, for people around the world who tapped in with your movement, but maybe don't have the means or the opportunity to get to LA to experience one, are you guys planning on doing like tours in the future? I know a lot of
That's funny you asked.
I know a lot of events that's what's going on right now. It's like they going on fucking world tours right now, like hitting city to city type shit. So is this strictly LA thing, or y'all thinking about expanding?
We about to go. We about to hit it. So a lot of people want us to come to different cities, but I'm gonna go to. I've been looking into San Diego. I've been looking into Atlanta. Been looking into Dallas.
Go crazy.
Been looking into New York. And also been looking back in my college town, Northwest Arkansas, and Bentonville, Fayetteville area. So currently the one that's, I guess, the furthest along with being possible is the Bentonville, Fayetteville, back in my college town. And then I have venues that have been sent to me from San Diego and Dallas and a few in Atlanta. So if anybody out there has some venues or, wants to connect and tap in about that, because I want outlet events to be going on in different cities at the same time. Because the outlet is going to be a global nightlife and hospitality group. So I'm going to have lounges in different cities, hotels in different cities, concierge in different cities, events in different cities, event spaces in different cities. And yeah, so that's the, maybe even get into the restaurant space one day down the line. But when you think about the Tao group, H-Wood group, and things like that, I'm really, because you don't see a lot of very successful, like, just black. And I don't do shit to say, oh, it's black owned just because it's black owned, because it don't matter. If it's bullshit, it's just bullshit. If it's good, it's just good. But I don't see a lot of black people owning these things that are very upscale, very luxury, very nice, that we aspire to go to and celebrate at, but we don't own none of that shit. It's like, I don't see that. So when I got into this space, I desired to create something that was different and then go even beyond that, to have a lounge that you can come to that's very upscale, that has images of people from the Harlem Renaissance era, and or just that theme, just that aesthetic of like imagery of black people in a different light. Because when we go to these spots, we see a lot of like white people that are dressed up really nice and from that era, but we don't see our people dressed up, and nobody's really highlighting that on their walls. So I'm really, moving in that direction of where if you go to my boutique hotel, it's a classy, elegant aesthetic, but you have images of black people from those eras. It's like, damn, they really dressed up nice. And it reminds you, like, it's not just like, oh, I'm just talking about it. It's like, you literally see images of these people. Like, you can see it. And even all the way down to the smell in the space. It's like, the smell matters. Like, what does it smell like? Because
that's a fact.
That evokes a certain kind of feeling. And just like if you smell something now, it might take you back to high school or middle school or elementary school. There's so much power in smell. And just a little details that we don't think about, that it's like, damn, you really got to focus on that. So I have a lot of big plans for the outlet. And if you tapped in right now, it's only been like a year and a half in, almost 2 years type shit. You're in for like a journey, a trip. It's going to be dope.
We here for it. And the smell thing, that's big. Because when I check in the hotels, that's the first thing I notice. Like that could be the key to me checking back in or never checking in. I swear to God, ask her if you think I'm capping. Like, we'll walk into a hotel like, God damn, what, y'all sell that? Like, I want this shit at the crib.
I
so
swear to God.
That's crazy that you even tapped in on that. So that just let me know you love us above the competition, which is why your shit taking off the way it is. Yeah. So that's super.
And one thing, do more with less. That's what I'm big on, doing more with less. People would think a lot of the stuff that I do just would break your pockets. Which New Year's Eve is like expensive for sure. Because that's
It's New Year's though,
That's
y'all.
New
Y'all
Year's
come
Eve.
fucking support. It's fucking New
Oh
Year's.
yeah, pull up. New Year's
Stop
Eve is gonna be a
playing.
good time for sure. It's gonna be a really, really good time. But if negotiation is your best friend when it comes to building a business, and if you don't understand how to do more with less, then you're gonna have like a big problem. So I'm grateful that I grew up with less because I know how to stretch a dollar, and so it's all about perspective. If I grew up with nothing, let me look at that from a positive light. I know how to make shit happen with nothing. So continuing to operate like that and move like that can help you save a lot of money, and cut a lot of corners. But I make shit shake with a little to nothing. And
Come on,
make it a
man.
vibe.
You know us. We'll make something out of nothing. But yeah, I love the fact that it's black owned. Like I know people get offended whenever we point that out, but hey, it is what it is. Like you say, we don't have a lot of representation in these certain fields. Even the podcast game. This is another reason why I started this podcast, because as I'm looking at all the major podcasts, it's not us.
Mhm.
We may be on them motherfuckers, but we don't own them.
Mhm.
We ain't producing them. Like this, where we here now, it's just being produced by us. It's owned by us.
And
it's
you know
created
what?
by us.
It's being produced by us, and it's quality. Yo, this like when I look around the studio, I'm like, wow, this is like actually a great studio. So I was like, shout out to the studio. What the podcast place?
Come on, podcast
place. Yeah, podcast place. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Shout out Solomon,
Yeah,
cuz.
yeah, no, it's really dope because and that's the thing about it. I don't support shit just because it's black owned. I support it because it's quality. It's really good. I'm not vouching for shit that's not quality. That just don't fit with me. It don't work with me. So even the fact that you bring people into a space like this speaks volumes for the quality of your podcast. So I don't think people think about that. I'll miss doing an event. I'll miss money because a space doesn't fit the aesthetic that I want. I'll miss thousands of dollars because I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. I don't want to give my people that. So, but a lot of people they're not gonna do that because they're doing it for the money. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. The money gonna come. The money's a byproduct of you just doing whatever the fuck you gonna do. You just gotta really stick to the reason why you started doing it. And if the reason why I started doing it is bringing people into spaces where they typically wouldn't have access to, I'm not gonna bring you into some bullshit. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather miss the money, re-up on the next time, and be ready to give you an experience that's like, damn, this is really dope. So it's really good that you have a space like this, especially starting out. You said 30 days in.
30 days in.
30 days in.
30 days
Come
in.
on now.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. Come on, we coming. We taking this shit over, man.
It's a vibe.
We taking this shit over for sure. The one thing that kind of threw me off with your events, and it's a positive throw off. Yes. No, this is a positive throw off.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
No,
Something ain't right.
no. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. It ain't nothing wrong. This is actually dope. Was like you say, I'll miss out on thousands if I'm not feeling the location. Who the fuck do you got picking your locations? Because that's the first thing natives look at, LA natives, if you're from here. Event going on, man, where that shit at? Who hood that's it? Oh no, we can't go there. We ain't going. Every last event I've seen of yours is like, bro, you don't even gotta worry. You could go to that motherfucking slides if you want to. Like it's ain't no drama going on. And you being from Arkansas, are you picking these places or you got like a native picking the places?
No, I'm picking these.
I think that's dope. It's like the locations, you safe. Like it's good. I'm
picking the spots. I mean, because and I feel like when you own a business, you have to touch every part of the business before you hand it off to somebody else. So I love, like, me sourcing venues is one of my favorite things, and negotiating a deal outside of being at the actual event after all the work is done and you get to actually just have fun at the event. Negotiating a deal and sourcing the venues is very, very fun to me. So when it comes to just event planning itself, I really enjoy event planning a lot. So yeah, long answer short, I'm sourcing the venues. I'm finding the shit, and I'm negotiating the deal because one thing now, it's a really big problem in LA and probably all around. Nice venues will not bring you into their space if it's hip hop, if it's black, if it's R&B. They will not bring you in, bro. They
Talk
will not.
about it.
And that's why I want to own my own shit. One, because I don't want no ratchet shit in my shit. But then two, if it's a good quality black event, why not let it into the space?
Talk about it.
And because of the things that people have done in spaces that are nice, I don't have access to them. Because now you fucked up the image and deterrent what they think about black people and how black people come and they act. And it's bullshit. Because it's like, if I come and I'm like, oh, I have a great audience, very mature, elevated experience, it's a good vibe. They will not respond to me because some ratchet bullshit came to the space 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, I'm not them. But it's like that word ain't shit to them. So it's becoming so bad, bro, to where it's like I need to build a space that fits what I want. Because I can't even really get access to these spaces because I'm black. And it's crazy. It's really wild. So that's a whole nother like problem. I'll just speak on in LA because I don't like going to just bullshit spaces. I don't like going to warehouse. I don't like going to like just bars and clubby shit. I like going to nice shit. And when I can't get access to nice shit, what do? I go create my own nice shit. So that's the next thing that's coming up. Event spaces, lounges, and then soon after, hotels. Like and a lot of the people that do events, they're just gonna settle. Then nobody's gonna do the shit that I'm gonna do. Nobody's gonna do it because they ain't done it. Niggas is doing events right now that everybody know about. They've been doing it for years. Years. Same shit, same places, same people, same vibe. No different. And I'm definitely I'm shaking shit up. I am him. I'm like when people say I'm him, like, nah. Real shit. Like you looking at him. Like I'm really that nigga. So it's like whenever you step into that space, that mindset and that mentality, and of course we have like down moments where we feel like, damn, shit ain't going right, blah, blah. But you really gotta remember and revert back to I am him. I'm that person. I'm shaking shit up. Like even when I step into a room, you know who the fuck I am. You know what time it is. You know what type of time it's on. So yeah, it's crazy that we can't have access to certain spaces, and I've experienced it firsthand multiple times where people, even somebody I know that I work with that's a white guy, has somebody come to him and say, do you know this outlet? It looks like just like a lot of black people. It's like look wild. Shit crazy. And I'm like, for real? And then the guy that I work with, he was like, nah, bro, he's a great crowd. He would bring a lot of people to your space. You should actually work with him. Never worked with him. Always say, I'm gonna hit you up. I'll get back to you. Never worked with him. So that's one thing that's very, very, it's here, and it's here to stay. But I don't complain about it. I just make shit shake. That's where people get fucked up. People complain about it and feel like they can't accomplish the vision they have because of what somebody else doing or the way somebody else think. It's not every person that thinks like that. But if you experience it, you can't let that stop you from going after it. Like, yeah, I'll be in another nice spot. It's like you might not accept me, but either I'm gonna own the spot or somebody gonna let me in and I'm gonna have an experience in the spot. But ultimately, it's gonna be my spot at the end of the day. For sure. It's my spot.
That's dope. As we running out, round of applause. As we running out of time, I just wanna reinforce the fact that we are black owned. We have a black owned event in LA that's predominantly black owned. It's successful. It's no drama attached to it. It's no bullshit. It's grown. It's sexy. We basically changing the narrative. That was another reason of me starting this podcast, was changing the narrative of us. Like he said, we don't got to keep waiting on handouts. You get turned away, cool. Go create your own shit. Let's quit waiting on everybody else to throw us a bone. We can create our own shit. You feel me? And have people coming to fuck with us. But it start with us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We ask everybody else for help. You got to clean up your own backyard first. You feel me? Make people want to come fuck with you. So your events is doing just that. It's making people want to come fuck with you. It's making people want to come attend. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Get a bar of these shoes. These motherfuckers is hot. I'm about to try to get a pair out of him. He said he ain't focused on them no more. I'm about to try to get a pair out of him, you feel me? Y'all can catch us. We'll be there at his New Year's event. Tell them where they can tap in to get tickets to that motherfucker.
So for Beauty in Essence, the New Year's Eve Grown and Sexy Affair, the Outlet LA, you can go to the Instagram. The link is in the bio, per usual. You can get your tickets, sections, all that. So yeah, we hope to see you there to experience a very, very good upscale, grown and sexy time. Best New Year's event to hit LA. Anything I do is top tier. So yeah, you can bet on having a damn good time for sure.
Trust me, I'm co-signing it. And you know, we don't co-sign no bullshit. That's why we got him on the show. So don't be out there trying to, oh, let me see last minute. Where is it really crack? No, this the place to be. You ain't got to worry about no drama, no none of that. So tap in, hit him in the DM, the outlet LA.
Mm-hmm.
I see you there. Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Hey.
The viral way.